Here's how to add additional font weights in Estage. Let's get to it. Okay, so here we are, we're in Estage, we're working on a project, and let's say you've got an element up. Maybe it's a text element, maybe it's some other element. In this particular case, I have a timer element. And what I want to do is I've adjusted it to how I want it to look, right? But I want to adjust these fonts here. So what I want to do is I'm going to come over here to the timer and I'm going to come down here to the dial style, which is how do you adjust the dials. This is going to be the font for the little dials here. And right now, if you see this font, it only has 3, 4, and 700, right? And those are pretty common ones. That's like, if you're familiar with font styles and weights, those are pretty popular ones. But let's say if for my particular scenario, I need additional ones, especially with Nunito, which I use a lot. So I'm going to want like a bigger spectrum of font weights to use in my project. Well, I'm going to show you exactly how to adjust that right now. So anywhere that you can adjust the font, there's usually a little link here that says font settings. What you want to do is you're going to go ahead and click that. It's going to load for a second because what it's doing is loading all of the Google fonts and all of the font weights that you have installed on your machine. So it's going to take just a moment here to load. And then what you're going to want to do is in this list, you're going to want to go and find your particular font. So in my case, that's Nunito, and adjust some settings. So we'll do that right here. It's loaded up, and these are all Google fonts, by the way. So I'm going to come down here to Nunito, which is the one I use. And there's this little gear icon right here. So if you click that, it pops up these variants, right? So right now it's 300, 400, and 700. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add all of them because like I said, I use Nunito a lot and I use it in my projects a lot. So I want to, I want as much flexibility as I can. So we're going to go ahead and hit save. It's going to save that. And so now if you look right here, it has all of the options where these other fonts have just the 3, 4, and 7. Now, what you want to do, you want to be judicious about this, right? You don't want every font to have every option because it will slow down Estage, it'll slow down your projects, and ultimately it'll slow down the code on the backside when it's rendering your pages. So only choose what's necessary, so pick like your 5 or 10 top fonts, load them all out, and then, don't go too crazy. But anyway, that's how you do that. And then also you have this option down here to upload custom fonts if there's even a size that's not here. And you can get those on the web. So anyway, once you've done that, you see all of your appropriate fonts, come back here, return to the editor. It's going to load up your Estage project with those additional options. So now I'm going to click my timer here, come over here to my dial settings, and now I have all these options. So boom, 900, super thick, right? And I'm going to increase the font size slider here for the sake of the video. Okay, I want it really big, but like 900, maybe that's too big. 800, 500, etc. So it changes your dial countdown settings. So that's a real quick tutorial on how to add additional font weights to Google Fonts in Estage. I mean, by default, the 3, 4, and 700 are pretty common, pretty standard. But if you need a little bit more specification and a little bit more fine tuning, you can do that. So that's a quick one for today. Subscribe to the channel. I got lots of stuff coming out, and I will catch you guys on the flip side.